check, 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 check. Okay, I need to be comfy, cause your girl, cause I have scoliosis, so I need to make sure that this pillow is setting me up for success. Welcome. This is the first podcast / YouTube video, depending on where you're watching it, or my Patreon, of the year. I've done it. So finally, we are getting back. We're getting back into the mix of things, into the mix of content creation. We're doing it loud, we're doing it big. And yes, it is January and my Christmas tree is still up, because who takes their Christmas tree down before Valentine's Day? I'm sorry, like I have this thing up until the next holiday, until the next, like decor that I can afford to do, because it's expensive out here for your girl. So I have to be very frugal, you know? Anyways, I just figured we would have a nice chat today. I feel like there's so many things I want to talk about, and I'm probably going to release 2 separate episodes to kind of break up the topics I have in mind. Sorry, I'm a little chapped. For those of you that are listening on the podcast, if you can't see me, all of these little sound effects that you're hearing is probably, it's weird, but if you're watching me, then it makes a lot of sense. Anyways, so I figured we just have a nice little chat, right? It's the new year. A lot of people have different goals. As a matter of fact, I have a couple goals myself, and I like to document a lot of what I plan to do. Like I love to write. I like to journal. I think it's very useful to journal. And if you don't like pen to paper, maybe you're more of an electronics person, and I have my trusty Samsung tablet. It doesn't have to be the latest, greatest. It just has to be able to take down your thoughts, right? I find just the act of sitting down, thinking about all your plans for the new year, and then just like writing it out and trying to visualize or conceptualize what you have planned for the year is very important. So yeah, I did a little bit of that the first week of this month already, which we're still in. But I tried to do a bit of that before I even jumped on any sort of video. So I was like, I want to produce the best type of content to give you guys. Like I really have a lot of big plans for this channel and for my podcast. And I figured that I'm going to bring you guys with me in the journey of me figuring things out. Like maybe this is going to be useful for someone else who also wants to start this journey, and you want a partner to start it with, but you just don't know anyone in your circle or in your community that's trying new things. I just feel like this is gonna be a great year. And I think my motto going into this year is I should not be the reason why I don't achieve the goals I want to achieve. So if anything, it's just not being in my own way. Something I've really been difficult with myself on is my health. I started a journey last year, and I didn't document too much of it, but I started a journey last year for like body recomping, and it was very difficult. I lost some body fat, and I didn't lose a lot of it. I gained a lot of it back. I was consistent with the gym. And I think what's important to note is when you're in any sort of journey, you should be able to give yourself a certain level of grace. Celebrate the wins and celebrate even the mishaps, like the falls, because they teach you something. Because of how semi-unsuccessful my fitness journey was last year, I'm actually able to tweak things a little bit better for this year. I know what kind of tripped me up, and I know like certain things I realized I was doing wrong kind of like at the end of the year, and I'm just gonna like throw that in there, and maybe I'll make a separate video on body recomping. But I'm not, by any means, I'm not an expert, and I'm not there yet. I'm not at my desired body type yet, but I think it'll be really fun to also like document that with you guys, and like keep myself accountable, and have a sort of like video diary that I can look back on and be like, wow, like I tried. I did this, I did that, I had this experience, and this is how my body changed. And yeah, another thing that I did that I planned for last year that I was doing last year was school. I cannot begin to describe. I know a lot of you, if you're in college, university, high school, it's hard. It's so hard. It's so hard to stay motivated, to stay consistent, to stay, and if you have trouble subjects, like to get like help for those. Yeah, that was a big goal. I finished my degree for political science, and so I majored in political science, minored in psychology. I finally got to finish my degree, and I just finished my last semester last year. It was tough. Like, I think that was probably one of the most draining things of the entire year. There were so many things that happened or went on, but that has to have taken the cake. I felt like I was in school for the entire year, so I didn't take summer break off. I was in classes because I wanted to finish so bad. I had already delayed a lot of my education because I had a lot of stuff going on, and emotionally I wasn't able to like really be present, and it made for so many losses. Like, I don't know if anyone can relate to that. Like, yeah, like all my family, like they would just encourage me and be like, listen, like I feel like you got this. And my mom, she was probably the biggest like motivator. She was like, listen, you're gonna feel so much, like there's a sense of accomplishment you're gonna have when you finish it. And then if you're also like an immigrant in another country like I am, having your degree, having any sort of education just opens up doors, like immigration wise, for a lot of different things. And I knew I still had so many things I was looking forward to pursuing in this country. So it was like, either I have another way of getting to like the end goal that I'm looking for, or I gotta make this work. And I was like, man, like I can't afford to let myself like fall. Like I also knew in myself, I think it's something you have to ask yourself. Definitely, it's a conversation you need to have like with yourself. But I knew that like I was gonna feel so much regret. There was gonna be like a what if. Like, what if I just finished it? What if I went all the way? What if I got the degree? I feel like I could picture myself in the future being like, damn, like if I got it though, you know, like to be able to have that in my back pocket, and like some of my goals and like career options in my head are in line with the degree that I got. So I definitely knew that like this is a good stepping stone, and it's a good, you know, path. It's in the right direction, and so I decided to stick with it. Long story short, like, and it is a long story, and I will make a story time about that. All of my delays and everything I had to go through to get here, but I got here. So it's really just a gift from God that I got here, and I'm very grateful. And I just want to encourage anyone who is currently in school. Maybe you're taking a couple classes, maybe you're almost there, maybe you just started. Let me tell you something. Time flies, and how you choose to use that time that's already flying over, it is up to you. Like, if you want to take it seriously, or you want to let it just like scathe by, I don't even know if that's the right word, while you lay in bed and do nothing about it. And I'm not saying you're not allowed to rest, you're not allowed to take your time, go through whatever you're going through that's making you feel immobile. But if you can, and if you can gather any strength, and if you have someone around you that can pick you up and give you strength, or help you just one foot in front of the other, I promise you, like, all of those footsteps, all of those count, and they are taking you somewhere. And as long as you just keep putting one foot over the other, I promise you, like, it is worth it. It is so worth it. I'm not even where I imagine like my end goal, like where I plan to be, but I can already see that everything I have been through, all of the delays, all of the frustration, the nights when I didn't want to get up, the days I didn't want to go to class, the days I skipped class, the days I did go, like all of that brought me to this moment, like this point, you know, and like not giving up. I think the most important thing is just not giving up. being resilient and sticking it through. It will count, and before you know it, you're gonna be at the end of the tunnel, and you're gonna be basking in the light. I promise you, man. Like it's not an easy thing to do. Like, but it's possible. Like, I think the fact that it's possible is what's motivating. It's like you're here for a reason. You know, you're where you are in life. You're within the opportunities, the situations, the job, the school, the friendships, anything that you're currently investing in. You're in those places with those people for a reason. Nothing is a fluke. And if you're Christian, you understand, and I can quote this Bible verse, it'll mean something to you, but God, what is it? God uses everything. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely feel like if you're feeling discouraged and you're feeling like, what's the point? And I don't want to go on. If hearing this does anything for you, I just want to say, if you hear nothing else, this entire video, I just want to say, like, you can do it. It's possible. And you're not a useless case. You're not dumb. You're not any of those things. It's possible. I promise you, I'm speaking from experience. I have probably said all of those things, and I have the history to back it up. Yeah. So like, I just wanted to say, like, if you are in that same position, I don't know if seeing me and having me explain this is helpful, but I think everyone deserves to give themselves a chance to try their best and to fully invest themselves in anything. At least one time in your life, you need to see yourself go 100% in for something, just to see what your full capability is, like what it would look like for you to go 100%, and like what would the result be. So yeah, I'm gonna end this podcast here. And yeah, if you are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcast or YouTube, or you're on my Patreon and you're one of my Patreon members, I thank you guys so much. Like, I definitely am back. I'm going to be posting as much as I can now that I have free time, and I hope you guys tune in every single week. There will be videos, whether it's podcast reaction videos or just like let's talk videos. Maybe I'll grab one of my friends to be a part of one of these podcasts and these conversations. I think that'd be really sweet. But yeah, subscribe, leave a like, send this video to any of your friends that you feel like are struggling with school and it's been really difficult. And like, I don't know, like let's take 2026 and let's do our absolute best. And I feel like we'll be very surprised at the end of the year. And I'd love, obviously this video will be out, but like I'd love, you know, both now, if you can write in the comments a goal that you have for 2026, even just one goal that you plan to invest yourself in 100% and like go in full throttle. Put that in the comments down below, and let's leave a challenge for ourselves at the end of this year. Maybe you can like or bookmark this video, I don't know. Yeah, like comment back to your comment on this video with like how you did at the end of the year, and be like, yeah, like I actually did very well. Like I went 50, I actually succeeded up to 50%. Like I learned this much, or I managed to get the certificate, the diploma, the degree, anything it is that you're doing. It could be even the weight loss goal. It could be like what I mentioned. Let's go through the journey together. Let's keep each other accountable. Let's have a safe space of like motivation and positivity, even in the comment section. I'd love to see that, and I'd love to be a part of that as well. So I'll comment as well, and I'll reply to you guys' comments. But anyways, I just want to say that again, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, because there will be new videos every single week. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope this was a pleasant surprise of a video. Like, I've never done anything like this, not with this setting, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye.